Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Badgers will put toe to leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
To the air, it's Maddox. Oh, they're after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rebels decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. With the catch, it's Singleton. And tackled there by the defense. And the Rebels. Hurry up. He'll do it himself. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. He gets...
this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding.
Intentional grounding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up third down. Rush is on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. So now it's second and long.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first two possessions. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Starts the drive trying to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Jones. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab past the marker. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. zings it complete to the right. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Tagged out of the air. And works it through the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Got his man quickly. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll go right back to it. And the Badgers get it past the sticks.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked up.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Badger. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Maddox. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. And off to Jones. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Jones. That one takes him down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison.
The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the left side. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off play action on first down. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Number 13.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Running into the open space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't
turning it on. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. It's a 1st and 10.
Man, it's kind of crazy. That's only the second time we've called his number, called his name, like his second catch of the day. We're used to this guy really impacting a football game, and this offense has to do a better job finding him, featuring him, giving him chances to make plays.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete downfield. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between their quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back and get the nice first down sack.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Rebels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun. Give on the inside. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass, it's Maddox. Here's a heat. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barry Johnson. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They give it to him again, and he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've